Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 45 of Gaming with Glare. This week's episode is going to focus on my newest build of Shadow Priest. So I wanted to talk about the list a little bit before we queue up some games. I think I'm probably going to go until I lose. So that could be one game, could be 10 games. We'll see how it goes. With this list, I am 22 and 6. I got from Diamond 5 to Legend with the list. And I just want to briefly talk about the decisions I've made. This archetype of Shadow Priest was already covered in this video series in episode 33. So if you want to see the older version compared to this version, maybe build your own deck that's somewhere in between the two, it is episode 33 of Gaming with Glare, where you'll find that other video on Shadow Priest. Now this version is really powerful. The only matchup I've ever lost with the deck is Pirate Rogue. And you don't see a lot of that when you hit Legend. It's a lot less common than you would think. I'm 7 and 5 against the rogues, and that's as I was climbing from Diamond 5 to Legend. They've gotten to be less common as time has gone on, but who knows? Maybe we'll queue into one or two today. I am, like I said, 7 and 5 against them, so I do have a positive win rate against Rogue and a perfect win rate against everything else. So talking about decisions with the deck. From the top, Raise Dead is a staple of the deck. I'm trying out the pirate package again. I have sort of a different, differently presented pirate package with one Defias Leper and South Sea Captain, which you don't often see run. Captain is really good with Mirage Caller. If you guys don't know this card, it's pretty fringe. But it's a 3 mana 2/3, and with a battle cry that you choose a friendly minion and summon a 1/1 copy of it. So when you have a South Sea Captain on the board and you get the Mirage Caller to proc on the Captain or to activate because you copied the Captain, then the Captain becomes a 4/4, the original one. The copy is a 2/2, and any other pirates you have on the board get really big. So Mirage Caller plus Captain, really good little combo there. Anyway, back to the top. Raise Dead Patches. Peasant is my draw engine, but interestingly enough, I'll often play it on one against decks where I know they're going to ping it off, because an opponent spending us spending 1 mana and opponent spending 2 to use their ping to clear the minion. Like, it's mana burn, right? You just get to play a mana burn for 1 mana, with the upside that sometimes you get to draw a bunch of cards with it if they can't deal with it. Shadow Bomber, another staple of Shadow Priest. It's just a really good card. Costs 1, deals 3, and then if you have Void Touched on the board, it can deal way more, because it'll deal its 4 damage with 1 Void Touched, and then it'll attack for 3. So it's with a Void Touched on the board, things get pretty silly. Shadowcloth Needle is a staple in the deck. You need it to beat certain matchups. It is very good against Pirate Rogue. It's very good different. So I said you need it to beat matchups. Really, you need it to beat anything aggressive. And then against Big Priest, you have Shadowcloth Needle into 2 spells to clear the hands of Neptulon. If you guys know what that card is, it's a really powerful card and one of the most powerful archetypes in the game right now, which is Big Priest, at least to Diamond 5 and Legend. Low Legend, I think higher Legend players, it's a little harder to get away with playing Big Priest, but I'm not there yet. Anyway, Shadowcloth Needle, really solid card. South Sea Deckhand works with the Needle, which is really interesting, and it is also one of the better pirates in the pool of pirates that we consider. We would never consider a pirate that cost more than 3 mana, really. Anyway, South Sea Deckhand, good card. Tour Guide, we're able to fit 2 copies in, so you decrease the cost of your next hero power. I'll often play that on 1, and then go like Attendant, Shadow Bomber, and ping their 3/1 if they're Pirate Rogue, say, and they have the Fillet Fighter on turn 1. Sorry, would it be turn 1? It would be turn 1, yeah. If they whatever. Anyway, kind of a specific scenario, but it gives like an example of how you can set up to do really good things with Tour Guide. Void Touched is busted. It is really good. Both heroes take 1 extra damage from all sources. So I've only lost a couple of times ever to me playing an avoid touch attendant. Like you just play it and then the game is effectively over if they can't deal with it, assuming you have a wide board. Really, really good card. I'm on one Defias Leper because if it's inactive, it's a really bad card. And if it's active, like if you have a shadow spell in your hand, it's a very good card. And I also needed an 8th pirate. You can run like a couple of things. There's like if you want to go like kind of slow and grind out games, you could run Smite. You probably wouldn't. It's really expensive, and we're trying to win on 5. But like, I could see Smite being a card people would see that they want to run. I wouldn't recommend it. I actually can't think of pirates I'd want to run over these pirates. Actually, hold on. Bloodsail Corsair. This card, you might not know it. Is really good against Rogue, and that's the only matchup we lose. So I could actually see cutting either Shadow Bombers or Shadow Bomber and one Shadow Bomber and the Defias Leper for 2 Bloodsail Corsairs. I actually tried that out, and it feels good into Rogue. It does kind of weaken us into other matchups, though. Anything that doesn't have a weapon we want to clear, it's just bad against. Anyway, Defias Leper, Mind Blast, staple in Aggro Priest for forever. Deal 5 damage to the enemy hero, 2 mana Shadow Spell. Parachute Brigand summons you 2 mana, 2/2 worth of stats for 0 mana when you play a pirate. Really good card. Shadow Visions is a tutor, right? You go Shadow Visions, you're guaranteed to hit Raise Dead, Mind Blast, and or Shadow Visions, right? Like those are the options. Anyway, moving on to Ship's Cannon, really good with pirates. You'd summon a pirate and then deal 2 damage to a random enemy. That can be copied by Mirage Caller, and things can get kind of silly. It hasn't happened to me yet that I get coin Ship's Cannon into Mirage Caller into a pirate, but like that can happen. There's some pretty ridiculous chains that you can pull together with the Mirage Caller. You also have Mirage Caller Attendant, Mirage Caller Peasant, Mirage Caller, what else? South Sea Captain, like I was saying earlier. There's a lot of really cool things you can do with Mirage Caller. And then South Sea Captain is a buff to your pirates, which is really important. And then Najak Hexen gives us a win condition against big decks. So people who are running like Big Priest, I've seen a little bit of like big stuff Rogue. It's kind of died off a lot since it was meta for like 2 days and they nerfed it. But people still run like, stuff that you want to steal with Najak is abundant, is what I'm trying to say. And then Dark Bishop Benedictus is the core of the deck, right? You need to run it, or rather it's at the core of the deck. You need to run it to be able to enter Shadow form and have the ping. So anyway, that's the deck updated for the new meta. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you on the flip side. Okay guys, so we've queued in for our first game. We're playing the Shadow Priest here. As you can see, my rank isn't what I want it to be, but with enough grinding, I think this deck could take us to top 200 pretty easily. We're against a mage. This mulligan is pretty good. I think we keep Ship's Cannon, coin it, and then play Deckhand. Mage, I'm perfect against. The only bad matchup, like I've said, is Rogue. 5-0 against Mage. Anyway, probably changing game plan to play out a Peasant and maybe a Sassy Deckhand on one. I don't want him to, like, I don't know what, Frostbolt, or if he's Quest Mage to hit us with First Flame, etc. Oh. Well, okay. Yeah, so it's just Peasant. And then we need to top deck Shadow Spell so we can play Defias Leper and clear one of those. He'll ping here. It's like I was saying in the intro to the video, they'll very often ping off our Peasant, and so we get value out of it. This is kind of awkward. I think we just hope that we hit at least one of them. Okay, that's fine. Not what I was hoping for, but fine. He only has 28 health left. Like, he's not a Renethal deck. Game plan is try to win as fast as we can. Way we do that is like a Najak Hexen on one of their 2/2s, kill it off. Alright, I'm gonna go Defias Leper here. And go face. We got lucky that the ship's cannon didn't kill off one of our minions. What's died so far? We've had a peasant die and that's it. So we float a mana, but it doesn't really matter. It's kind of all up to his solitaire at this point, like how well did he build his deck. Okay, he killed the patches, that's good. I'm gonna raise dead first and then trade the 2/1 probably. Yeah. That seems right. Got a patches and a cannon. We can Mirage Color the cannon next turn. I'm gonna do that. So what are we doing instead? We're going Shadow Visions for Mind Blast. He's almost dead. He goes here, trade that there, and then go face for 2. Alright, so next turn we do a patches turn. Maybe? Depends how powerful his turn is here. I meant a cannon turn, cannon into patches. Okay. That's pretty scary if he has minions in his hand, which he will. This card's pretty weak though. And this card is so strong. The location for Mage is like unbelievably powerful. Alright, we're gonna go Ship's Cannon. Attack face first, and then we patches and hope we hit. Hit face, I mean, and then we ping face. He's gonna clear us, which is a little bit annoying, but that was gonna happen anyway. And we can top deck Void Touch or the other Mind Blast. If it hits face, we probably win. If that, if both of the Death Rattles of the Volatile Skeletons had hit face, we won here, I think. We might still win. Like, we're not in a bad spot. I don't think he's a Reno deck. Like, he isn't. Okay, that's his second One Thief. Right, so plan next turn. Find Void Touch. That was the plan. So we're gonna go Mirage Caller on the South Sea Captain here. Builds the biggest board we possibly can. He'll kill this board off, and then we can go. Like, he'll kill the. Maybe it only kills the 2/3 and the 2/2, and then we get to like copy the captain again. This time maybe with a weapon. And South Sea Deckhand. He does only have 15 life. He's currently dead to Mind Blast plus Ping. If he like disconnects or something. I'm trying to think what his best play is. He could play second Nightcloak Sanctum. Ping the 2/2 captain and then trade the 1/2 into it. Or he could play any of the minions in his hand that have like 5 attack, 5 health. This is +2/+2, right? Yeah, it used to be +2/+1 for a short amount of time. They nerfed it and then unnerfed it. So he's looking for the scam. Looks that he found it. Insta-pick. Wow. Yep. Still winnable, but that was brutal. Okay, are we winning from here? If we still had a captain up, we'd be fine. I should have positioned better around the meteor, right? So Shadowcloth Needle, Sassy Deckhand. I'm going to copy the Deckhand here because it gets to charge in, and then we just ping. And we save the Mind Blast in hand. Because if he doesn't Theodore us, and we can get this Mind Blast down, we probably get there. You could have healing or armor gain. You could have an ice block. A lot of outs for this opponent, but he almost froze the wrong one. He almost froze the 1/1. Probably gave himself a heart attack over there. Captain would be good. Dark Bishop Benedictus is not bad. I can kill his 3/1. Mind Blast, kill the 3/1, and then trade, or rather ping off the 5/3. We never have lethal, right? It's kind of close. If this was any shadow spell, the Dark Bishop Benedictus, I think we had enough to kill him this turn. We're 1 damage off. Wow. So you don't have any healing. I'm going to play around Ice Barrier by pinging face, so I can ping face again and win even if I don't have the damage to, you know. So I win even if ping is the only way I can damage him past Ice Barrier. He needs Ice Block, Ice Barrier from his perspective, random, and that's in his deck. It is in his deck. Oh. That's not good. I didn't even know this. I've never seen this card played. We lose now. I guess Mind Blast off the top might win it. You take 15. Okay. Sure. Play those out. We're taking 15. If we ping and top deck well, we win. Top deck exactly Mind Blast or Shadow Visions into Mind Blast, we win. This is brutal. He's gonna have like Fireball to end it. I'm gonna stick to my guns. If we lose this game, this is the video. I'll be playing more of this off camera too, but if we lose this, I'm gonna stop the video here, do an outro, and move on. Combustion, okay. Still, Mind Blast and Shadow Visions win. Jack Hexen would be cool. Wouldn't do enough, but it would be kind of cool. Dang. Close game. I don't know where I went wrong. I don't think I did. We got him to 1. Couldn't end up getting there. The hits from the Volatile Skeleton early were really helpful for this opponent. And the Nightcloak Sanctum was really helpful, the location. Right, anyway, you guys saw how the deck performs. If you do want to check out more of my content, there's a video I did with more gameplay back in episode 33 of Gaming with Claire. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Sorry the games didn't go the way I wanted them to, and we're only doing a one gamer, but that's how it is.